Welcome. In this video, we are going to start our module 8, which is a control phase module. So, in the last phase of this DMAIC cycle, which is a control phase. So, in a control phase, we are trying to get the answer of how we can guarantee that whatever the improvement we have done, it should be sustainable over the time. So, which means we are trying to monitor our process over the time, that we should be confirm that whatever the changes we have done, whatever the improvement we have done, it should be sustainable over the time. So how we can do that? So we can use different type of tool in order to monitor the tool. If you remember, we have already discussed the statistical process control charts, which we can use to monitor the process, okay, which tells us whether the process contain only the common cause variation or it contains the special cause of variation. If it contains the special cause of variation, that is indicating that the process is out of control. So we are trying to investigate the reason behind it, and then we are trying to make it process in control. Whereas we have some detection techniques, such as we can use failure mode and effect analysis in order to detect the particular problem. We can use Pokayoke, which is also known as mistaking proofing. That is a Japanese word, which we can use to monitor the process, to detect the problem in the process. At the end, we are trying to develop some control plan. So which means for a particular process, against what critical to qualities, against what KPIs we are going to monitor the process, okay, as well as what kind of tool we are going to use that control for monitoring the process perspective. Okay, let's quickly revisit our DMAIC and lean principles, as we know that in a value phase of the lean as well as in a define phase of the lean tool, we are trying to almost getting the same questions answered. So like we were discussing the DMAIC cycle. So in a define phase, we are trying to get the answer of what's the benefit of doing this particular project. Okay, who's our customer? Okay, if we are going to perform this project, how long would it take to complete the project? What are the financial benefit we can get after the completion of this particular project? That the define phase. So all the questions, all the tools and techniques are trying to answer this particular question. Okay, in a second, which is identifying the value stream, or we can say in a measure or a analyze phase. So basically in a measure phase, we are trying to get the answer how well we are doing right now, or where we are standing right now. Okay, as well as we are trying to identify the root causes of the problem. Whereas in analyze phase, our ultimate target is to identifying the root causes, or whatever the root causes we have identified or highlighted in a measure phase, we are trying to confirming that actually these are the root causes whose are affecting our KPI or our critical to quality. Okay. So in the end, then we are going to talk about, if we talk about in a lean principle point of view, that is flow and pull, which means trying to remove the wastages. However, we would be able to improve the processes. Whereas in a DMAIC cycle point of view, the similar thing we are doing, we are trying to remove the wastages, we are trying to remove the variation. How we can do that? Like in a design of experiment perspective, we said that in order to get the optimum response or the critical to quality or the KPI, we are trying to identify the optimum setting of the factors or the root causes. Okay. So the same thing in a flow or pull perspective, we are trying to identify the wastages and try to remove those wastages. However, our flow is going to be smooth, and we should produce as per the customer demand perspective. Okay, that the last phase is in terms of lean is the perfection. Over here we are saying control. So in a control phase, we try to guarantee that whatever the improvement we have done, it should be sustainable over the time. So I hope you got the idea regarding the DMAIC cycle and what we are going to discuss in this control phase. So thank you so much. See you in the next video.